Hey guys, so on this video, I want to show you guys how to complete the form I-134 now. They have a new form, so it can be tricky now because I have a lot of people asking me about the I-134, like as the affidavit of support for my green card people or DV lottery people, especially for those who are filling out DV lottery 2025, because you will need it when you're going to your interview. After you fill out your DS260 and it's processed successfully, you will need your affidavit of support because that's one of the documents they ask at the interview, during the date of your interview, whichever location you are at. So let me share my screen here so that I can show you how to do it. So I'm gonna share that one. So first thing you're gonna need is you want to download the form I-134. So to download it, you're just gonna open Google and then type this USCIS form I-134 PDF, and it should open this website over here. So you're gonna click on that. It's gonna take you directly to the form itself. So now, then you're gonna click this image here, this for downloading, that tab over here. Click on that. You'll download the form and save it. Then once you download and save it, now you're ready to, your host is the one who's supposed to fill it for you. The person hosting you, or the person who is filling the form for you on your behalf. They don't necessarily have to be your host, but it is recommended that the host be the one to send you the affidavit of support, or like your family member, whoever it is, or a friend. So then I need to share another one. Okay, now I need to share how to fill it. So this is the one I downloaded. That's the one I want to share. Yeah, so yeah, this is what I want. So now this is the form itself now, this one right here. Now let's start filling it out. So first of all, go through it a little bit and see what it is, what it entails. And mostly this is your host who will be filling, or the person who is, agreeing to financially support you, or whoever it is, your friend or your family member. So part one, I am filling this form on behalf of. This question is for your host, or the person who is filling this form for you, the person who is in USA. So they're going to select that because they're filling it out for you, right? Then part two, information about the beneficiary. Now the beneficiary, this is you, the one who the form is being filled on behalf of. So let's say you're in Kenya and your family name is, what family name should I use? Wambua. Say Wambua. Then your first name, let me use just my name. Then middle name, hold on. this is last name. Okay, I'm just going to use my last name. Then my first name over there, middle name, like that. Okay. All right. Then other names used, of course, that's you're not going to fill anything there because you don't have any other names used. So you're going to come to number 3, your date of birth. When you click over here, there's a drop down menu right here. You click on this, it's going to show you this. So assuming my date of birth is January 1st, so first you can change the year here, say 88, January 1st, 88, like that, and it automatically puts it there. Then your gender, are you male, are you female? I'm assuming whichever gender you're in, you're gonna fill there. Then number 5 for alien registration, you don't have this here, so you're not gonna fill anything there. Then your place of birth, city. Let's say you are born in Nairobi, you're gonna put Nairobi there. State, you're gonna put Kenya. Country, you're gonna put Kenya. Country of citizenship or nationality, where you were born, of course, gonna put Kenya, from Kenya. Then marital status, are you single, are you married? What applies to you? In this case, I'll select that. Then you go to part 2, information about the beneficiary, continued. So this is the mailing address. Let's say, for example, your mailing address. First of all, you're gonna put in care of, that's you, the person who the form is being filled for. So in care of, let's say, for example, it's me. I'm gonna put Kevin, like that. And street number and name, you're gonna put your street number and name there. Apartment, if you live in an apartment, and the number. City or town, Nairobi. State, you're not gonna put anything there because oh, my bad. So over here, you're gonna put the address of the person who will be hosting you, or where you want your social security card to be sent to. But you, of course, you put your name. I apologize for that mistake. You put your name over here, and then the address of the person living in US, the person who is filling this form for you, or the person who is financially agreeing to support you or fill out the I-134 for you. So let's say in this example, let me use 7509. Yes. Then the city, let's say city is Overland Park, then state. When I select the state, Overland Park is in Kansas. When I select that, then US, zip code, if it's 66223. This is an example, remember guys, it's for guidance. So yeah, that's the address you're gonna put where you want your social security card to be sent. And then it says the beneficiary's mailing address and physical address the same. So for this question, you should fill yes, because, hold on, let me double check. Okay, yeah, you can fill no, because here you're gonna fill your current address, because now for the person who the form is being filled for as the beneficiary, they're gonna fill their current address. Let's say they're in Kenya, they'll put their current address here. But remember this number 9, they should fill out the address of the person who is financially agreeing to support them, who is in USA. So card can be sent there. And yeah, you fill that there, your address here. Then beneficiaries anticipated length of stay. So it says beneficiaries anticipated period of stay in the United States. So this is tricky and a bit confusing. That's why this form is new. So that's why guidance is needed. So here, what you should put, I'd say put the date that you intend to travel once you get your visa and everything, the date that you intend to travel to the US. Let's say you intend to travel to the US after your medical, your visa is issued and everything. Let's say it's December. You're gonna put December 1st, 2024, and then to what period? Then, of course, you're coming as an immigrant and you're coming to live here permanently. So you're gonna select that no end date, right? No end date. All right, we're done with number 12. So we'll go to, remember to always read the instruction first. Provide information about beneficiaries' income assets. If you need addition of space, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Beneficiaries' income, provide all of the information requested in the table below about beneficiary, all of the beneficiaries' dependents, and other individual the beneficiary wants to support, of who they are financially supporting. Let's say it's you who the form is being filled for, and you have maybe a daughter or a child. You have a child. Let's just say that. In short, it's yourself and your child. So that's what you're gonna fill over here. Let's say it's me who is the form is being filled for. I'm gonna fill my name here. And then my date of birth right there. We're gonna select. Then relationship to beneficiary. You are the beneficiary, so you're gonna put beneficiary over there. Income contribution to beneficiary annually. So for that part, that's 0 because the person sponsoring you is not contributing anything. So I'm going to put 0 there. Don't leave blank. Don't leave it blank, or put a digit. And then let's say I have a child and their name is Isabella. Isabella Jones. So, and then gonna be my child, or if it's a daughter, say daughter. And I think that is spelling for daughter. And then that's 0 over there. And then that will be 0. I mean, it doesn't allow me to fill anything there, so it's fine. Yeah, so now remember, this part is the person who the form is being filled for, who is the beneficiary. Date of birth, put beneficiary there, put 0 there. Same thing for your child over here, their date of birth, daughter, son, whoever they are, then 0 there. I'm gonna delete that. All right. Of course, number 14, there is nothing that the beneficiaries of income. Okay, that's no, because they're not doing anything, gaining any sources of income illegally, so no. Then information about beneficiary, this is part 2, beneficiaries assets on 16. let me see what I had filled there. So for that part, they don't have any assets because if you feel like you have assets and other things like houses and stuff, and you're, say, let's say you're in Kenya or whatever, they're gonna start asking for more documents. So I'd suggest put not applicable, NA0, NA0, because remember it's for you, and if you have children, the same. And if it's you and your wife, or your wife and your husband and the children, and that's what I would suggest to avoid being asked for unnecessary documents, and which would result in delays. Okay, so we go to the next part. Now, information about the individual agreeing to financially support the beneficiary, name in part 2. Now, this is the person who is filling this form for you, and who is in US. So you're gonna fill their name over here, last name, first name, middle name. Let's say their first name is Ivy. No, last name is Jerry. Ivy, middle name. Like that, as an example, guys. Other names used, of course, you're not going to fill anything there because you don't have any other names used. Then current mailing address, that's the address of the person who is filling the form for you. They're going to fill their US address on this part right here. Number 3, item number 3. All right. Information about the individual agreeing to financially support the beneficiary named in part 2. Continued. Is your current mailing address the same as your current physical address? Of course, that's going to be yes. Because if you say no, then you have to fill this part right here. So yes, then automatically your mailing address and your physical address are the same. Then other information, date of birth for the person agreeing to financially support you. They're going to put their date of birth there. Place of birth, state. So city is going to be Nairobi if they are born in Nairobi. State is going to be Kenya. Date of birth, I don't know if they know, or whenever they're filling the form, they know. And then country, of course, Kenya, if they were born in Kenya. And then let's see the A number. As for the A number and UCS, I don't think this is necessary because by now I'm assuming the person filling this out for you is a US citizen. So they're going to skip that and come to number 10. What is your current immigration status? And so they're going to say US citizen. And then part 3, information about the individual agreeing to financially support the beneficiary named in part 2 above, where they work, their employment status. Of course, they should be employed because if they put unemployed, how are they gonna financially show that they are able to support you? So employed, and then if you indicated you are employed in item 11, you fill 12 through 13. So they're gonna fill employed as who, and the name of the employer. If they are self-employed, of course they're going to fill that. But yeah, in this case, you are going with the employed, so they're going to fill that part, and that part. And then current employer's address. So yeah, number 13 is current employer's address. They're gonna fill it there, wherever they work. If they work in a nursing home, whichever the address is, they're gonna fill it over there. Then when you come to financial information, provide information about your income and assets. If you need additional space to complete any item in this section, use the space provided in part 8. So income. Let me see what I had been there. Let me see. All right. So in this part, so this is for the person who is agreeing to financially support you. They're gonna fill their name there. This is the person who is in US, mind you, their date of birth, and relationship to individual agreeing to financially support. And it says type or print self. So over here, they're gonna put self, income contribution to the beneficiary annually. Of course, they don't contribute anything to the beneficiary. So they're gonna put 0 there. Remember, don't leave it blank, put 0, like that. Then continue. Remember, name, the name of the person filling the form for you in US, their date of birth, they're gonna put self there, then 0 there. Then part 3, does any of the income listed above come from an no? Say no there. All right, you're not gonna answer 16 because you already said no there. Assets, this is number 17. Let me see what 17 is. So 17, fill out the table below regarding the assets available to you. Do not include any assets. Okay, of course, this is, you're gonna put 0 here. Not applicable, 0. And you're not gonna put any name there. So it's just gonna be not applicable, just to help you out and save time for unnecessary questions. Put NA 0. Then financial responsibility for other beneficiaries. Have you previously submitted a form I-134 on behalf of a person other than the beneficiary listed on this form? Of course, here you should be, remember this form, you should be truthful. If the person filling out the form has ever supported someone else, they should fill yes. And then they're gonna be prompted to say who the name of the person was, if it is of one person, 2 people. If they have never filled out this form for someone else, they're gonna put no and then continue all the way to part 3, where it says information about the individual agreeing to financially support the beneficiary named in part 2 above, where it says I intend or do not intend to make specific contribution to the support of the beneficiary named in part 2. So I would suggest, highly suggest they click do not, because they're not going to be supporting them anyway, like once they get to the US, because they're expected to come and start work. So do not intend to make specific contribution to support. So that's pretty much obvious. Then beneficiary statement. I, as the beneficiary, certify the following. I can read and understand English. Of course, you're going to say yes. You did not use any interpreter, so that's not for you. And now beneficiary's contact information. You're going to put your phone number here. Let's say my number is 0724 555-670. I'm going to put that there. My email here, I'm going to put my email right here if I have an email. Let's say, for example, my name is kevin.jenga@gmail.com. That's my email. So that's what you put there. Well, not my real email, that's an example. And then now you move on. You're gonna move on. So you're gonna move number 6, beneficiary signature. So for the beneficiary, so the person filling the form for you they're gonna select the date they fill the form, and then This part they're gonna leave blank. This is you. They will send this document to you at once they finish filling it out. They will send it to you via email or whatever. But before they send it to you, I'd suggest they sign their part as well. Now here, statement of individual agreement to financially support the beneficiary. So of course they're gonna click that, select that. They're gonna put their phone number over here, the person who is in US, their US number, and their email if they have any. And then signature of individual agreeing to financially support the beneficiary. So this is the person in US who is agreeing to support you. So they're gonna fill the date here when they fill this form. They're gonna sign, and once they sign now, they can save it, save the document. Anything else down here does not apply to you. So they'll save the document and send it to you. Yeah. So there you go, guys. That is how you fill out that form. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen now. That is how you fill out the form I-134. I believe I have tried to guide you to the best of my ability. So it's pretty much a new form. The form I-134 is kind of new. So there's some blocks that are tricky to fill. You don't know how they're supposed to fill. But yeah, that is how that form should be filled out. So all the best, guys, and Godspeed. Don't forget to hit subscribe on my YouTube page, Kevin Jenga USA, and let's grow together. I love you all with the love of God. Bye-bye. Shalom.